As the wind arrives to blow changes alive, falling raindrops bring a changing of the tides. Secrets in the wind, secrets of our kinship, I know it. Keep it dear. Places you have walked, leaving what I needed, I know it. It is here. Oh baby, it's a light. The purity inside. Oh baby, let it change. Let music lead the way. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-ba, in such depth, mesmerizing, touching, we connect, enterprising. Sweet surrender, you have given me a home, mended things I fear I couldn't heal alone. Secrets in the wind, secrets of our kinship, I know it. Keep it dear. Places you have walked, leaving what I needed, I know it. It is here. Oh baby, it's a light. The purity inside. Oh baby, let it change. Let music lead.